Hey there, Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. It's a big happy birthday to Confessions of a Paper Addict. It's the 1st of March and Virginia has had her store open for a whole year. It's almost unbelievable, it's gone really quick, but if you look in the shop you'll see so many gorgeous cut files that Virginia has made. So happy birthday Virginia, and to your amazing talent at your store. So I'm using the newly released today triangle background cut file. You'll see probably the best place to look is in the Facebook group or even on my Instagram. I'll post it as soon as I can, of what is being released today, and this is one of them. I looked through my Instagram and thought about who, you guys will laugh at this, but who needed a layout next. And the thing is, if I scrap one child more than the others, they comment on it, and I realised it was Sam. So what I've done is I'm using the Out and About collection by Pink Fresh Studio, and I'm backing it with this piece of pebbles. It's a Jen Hadfield paper. I can't remember the name of the collection, but it's a paper that I would never use on its own like it is right there, but behind the cut file it works really well with this collection. And I've just used some Delusions in a blue colour. I just sprayed them on. I just wanted a little bit of something behind where my photos are going to sit, and I picked blue because that text paper already has some blue in it. So I've gone for quite a busy background, which probably isn't like me, but I love using a text paper as a background. And I have these two photos of Sam. One of them's got Ava in because Ava has to join every photo that I take, and yeah, often I have to kind of not bribe her, but convince her not to be in the photo. Like tell her to stand somewhere else and say I'll take a photo, and then quickly take a photo and then tell her she can be in the photo. So this is Sam. He'd had a term off from jiu-jitsu because he was injured, but he came back to grading and he got 2 new stripes on his belt, and he didn't expect this at all, and he was really humbled by it actually. So of course, you know, camera happy scrapbooking mama has to take the photo and record the memory. So just deciding what I'm going to do with the photos there. Once again, sorry about the glare. I still need to work on that. I'm currently in the process of rearranging my craft area. It's taken me about 2 weeks because I work as well. So I'm just chipping away at it. I'm nearly there, and I will probably film a video for you when I'm done. So I'm just checking that my paper has dried, and it's dry enough. So you'll see what I mean by how perfect that background paper is soon. I'm not a big green person, or I'm not a big green products scrapbooker, but yeah, when it's in a collection I'm not going to not use it. So just using my Tombow Mono around the edge. I did think about machine stitching around this one, but I think the triangles are quite close to the edge. I cut this one very large to take up the whole background. So just trimming off that branding strip from the pebbles paper and just pushing down the edges. So yeah, I seem to be taking a lot of photos in my backyard lately. It is summer here, or the end of summer, and so the garden's looking quite nice. I've got lavenders out there, and my kids seem to just go and stand there naturally. I think they know that I'm going to ask them to stand there for a photo. So I'm using some double-sided tape and some Tombow just to adhere them, and I guess I'm really going to my go-to design for this layout. You'll see as I go through the embellishments that there's a lot of word embellishments in this collection, and I'm using a script, like a word background, so I didn't want to fill it totally with words, so I guess that limits me as to what I can use. But I think because the background is so busy that it doesn't need a whole lot of over embellishment. So I've backed my second photo with some craft foam just to give it some lift, and then I've got these tags that I've taken out of the it's like a journaling tag pack, and I love them because they look like authentic kind of travel tags. Just adding some doodle twine onto this one. Originally I thought about adding 2, but I think because I've placed everything to the left, well, I've centered my photo and I've put a photo to the left, and then I'm putting this tag to the right. I think it would look a bit uneven with another large tag. So I didn't distress any of the edges of anything. Normally I do that because I'm into that at the moment, but with this one I just decided not to. So looking at the puffy stickers, trying to decide what to use. This collection was probably my favourite kind of boy or male collection last year. I don't know if Pink Fresh intended it to be a male themed collection. It's definitely a travel collection, and you can use it for girls as well, but I just think the colours work really well with scrapping boys, particularly sort of pre-teen, teenage boys. So I'm just going through, that Enjoy the Journey would have been perfect because Jiu-Jitsu is a journey and it's a long journey. We don't get to black belt very easily. I think it takes about 10 years for the average person to get to a black belt. So as a child, they have different grading system for kids. They have more belts, and then I think once they get to about 16 they go up to a blue belt, which is like the second stage of an adult. So myself, I'm a white belt at the moment with 3 stripes, and when you get to 4 stripes, the next stage is to go up to the next coloured belt. So Sam is a grey belt, and there are 3 different belts in the grey belts, and so I think they break it up more for the kids, because if they had to wait as long as we do to go up a belt, then they would probably, being younger and immature, get discouraged. But I love that they break it up for the kids and give them something to aim for, and they progress a little bit quicker. But then, like I say, once they become an adult, they become a blue belt. So I'm just I was thinking about colours for this one, because I'd put that tag with adventure. It's got sort of reddy orange colours, so I needed something on the other side to balance it, and I've put that circular die cut. The words weren't quite appropriate, so I've hidden some of them. I can't remember what they said, but at the time I remember thinking, yeah, it's not really appropriate. So when I say not appropriate, I mean it doesn't really go with the page. And so also adding this little, what does it say? Treasure this moment, or embrace this moment, or something like that, just at the top of that photo. More so that photo than the one with Ava. I was trying to get this die cut on, but I just couldn't make it work. And I think if I had planned my page out around that, that Enjoy the Journey die cut, it would have worked a bit easier. So here I'm just probably not really sure what to do next. So I'm adding my journaling, and basically what I've told you. I know I say that every video, but it's true, right? I like to tell you the story behind the photos. And I don't add the date in this while I'm filming, because I'm filming on my phone and the date is on the photo on my phone. So although I haven't distressed the edges, I am lifting them just for a bit of dimension and a bit of interest. Yeah, so I've covered up a lot of that ink spray, but that doesn't matter. It's still there. You can still see like the residue when you spray, the mist drops that go further than where you spray. You can still see them around the edge. And then I've got this cut apart sheet, and often I forget about the cut aparts, especially when there's a lot of die cuts or sort of journaling tags in a collection. So I needed something else to go above everything. I'm trimming off the edge of that because it was a bit too long, and I just like how it looks there. I'm going to tuck it there, and I've also sort of bent up the edge. So if I'm not going to distress the edge, I definitely bend up the edges, otherwise everything is very flat on the page. So this didn't glue very well. I think it's because I needed to glue it to the actual photo. So now just deciding whether it needs anything else or not. Often I will fiddle with the twine, or baker's twine in that case, and think, oh, I should twist it and somehow adhere it, but then I don't. Sometimes I do. So I've gone back to the puffy stickers and seeing if I can make anything else work. That little world and a line under it would have looked cute, but there was already a world on that adventure tag, so I didn't go with that. Seeing what else is going to work, because it is so travel specific. It's not, a lot of the phrases aren't really going to work. You can tuck them, I mean, like I have with the die cuts, tuck them under. With puppy stickers, I don't like to tuck them, I like to feature them. So I've used a geotag, and then that little blue Explorer, which I think balances the camera really well on the left side of my layout. And then I've got the, I think these are called mixed embellishments, so you get some enamel dots, some larger flare-like enamel, so you can see them there, and then some more dimensional embellishments. And they're dimensional because they are popped up on quite large foam. So I don't think, no, I didn't use any of the dimension, but I'm using a couple of these, or one of these larger, no, I've used 2 larger circles. Now, apologies, my neighbours are noisy again. Every time I do a video, there is either a car going past, glass being thrown into a recycling bin, a lawn being mowed, and I think they must be having a party because there's some quite loud laughter happening. So yeah, you probably won't even hear it when I turn down the background noise. But anyway, if you can hear it, that's what it is. So just adding my title, 2 new stripes. It's nothing. I mean, it's one of those titles where it is what it is. Yeah, and I put it in the wrong place. But I knew when I was, so yeah, I can hear that laughter really loud. I knew when I was putting these down that they wouldn't stay in the position, so I certainly didn't press them down. And off camera, I went back once I'd finished and added some adhesive just because I don't trust letter stickers at all, unless I foam. So yeah, that's my layout. Happy birthday to Confessions of a Paper Addict, and definitely keep an eye out for the fun that is happening this month. I'll be back again soon.